Hi guys, this is Adam with Adrenaline Cycle coming at you with another video today. A walk around on a 2021 XMR Defender. This is a 3-seat and this is the Manta Green with gray carbon color on it. Before we jump too much into the walk around on this, let me go ahead and get you guys to hit that like and subscribe. It doesn't cost anything. It doesn't affect anything on your guys' end. It just helps us to be able to do what we need to do so we can show the owner here, that the time we're spending out here is well spent, for you guys watching the video. So if you can do that, we greatly appreciate it. Now let's get out of that and jump on into the machine itself. All right, so we're starting to walk around here, guys. We'll start at the front end, work our way to the back. One great thing I really like about this is they're mimicking some of the X3 with the signature lighting up front, which is really cool. I'll turn it on so you guys can see what we're talking about. So it looks really cool, adds plenty of, just a really nice look, especially if you're in a state where you can have street legal. We've seen a lot of guys turn these into blinkers, where it's really nice integrated into the grill. Looks really, really good. Another staple on the XMR is the high mount bumper with winch. Gotta have that. If you're really using this for mud, I just like having my winch up high, period. So this works out really great. Comes with a 4,500 pound synthetic rope winch from BRP. I've been running these the last few years on my XMR X3. Guys, don't get down on these winches. They're really good. Outside of, I don't even think I've ever broke a rope. They're a really good winch, and I mean for the price point, they're really competitive. They're actually cheaper than a Warren. They're right about the same price point as a KFI, which we also like to run. The reason we run the KFI more than these is because you get an extra, 500 pound towing capacity or winching capacity on the KFI winches we run. But this winch, all in all, on the machines does really good. Also on the XMR, you do get the pull plate. I advise this for anybody that has a Defender. You can pick that up and bolt it on there, pretty straightforward. And it gives you a towing point, a pulling point. Say you pull up on a big log in the trail and it's too much for your winch rope, you really don't want to put the strain on your winch. You just grab your little tow strap out of the back, hook it on there, hook that tree and drag it over. Yeah, you have the winch, but sometimes you're probably doing something you might not, should be doing with it, so don't take a chance of breaking your rope. You can hook to that tow point, yank that tree out of your way and take off down the trail. We'll come around the side and show you guys some more features. Obviously the XMR comes with 30-inch ITP cryptids on it. All in all, pretty decent tire. Slow speed, you do get the chatter, but once you get up to about 10 mile an hour, smooths out and does really, really well. Really like that on this. For a lot of people, that's not their favorite tire. For around here, a lot of guys go to the Carnivore in a 32, 1014, and works out really well. Another great feature of the XMR is they come with fender flares. These are like the sport style. They're not the real wide ones, so you get about 2 inches of extra coverage. And to be honest with you, a lot of guys will upgrade to the wider ones that are about 4 inches of coverage and really helps keep that mud off the machine. Going on back here, we'll look at the rock sliders they integrate into this. Is a really nice feature to have. Really on this color, it stands out really well in the Manta Green. On the XMR camo version of this, they're just black, so you don't really get to see them. So that's a really nice thing to have, gives it a lot of look, stands out really well. And again, we got more fender flares coming down the back. ITP cryptid here. We'll pop it up here and show you guys underneath the bed. With the bed up here, guys, you can see the obvious reason people buy XMR, and that's for the snorkel kit. I mean, here it's above your head. I mean, if you're getting in the mud and muck and the water, this is the setup to have. So you got the clutch, motor, and then more clutch, like a P-trap on, a sink or something here in the middle. Works out really good. When we've had these things, in demo before, and I mean, yeah, up to chest height in water, it keeps on trucking like a champ, doesn't have any issues at all. Really, really good setup, and I mean, I don't have no complaints or no issues or concerns on this setup with this snorkel kit. Looking at the engine, we'll go over that. It's 82 horsepower, 1,000 cc V-twin engine, Rotax proven power, been in a bunch of different buggies, and every year they seem to up the horsepower, 2, 3, 4 horsepower, so that's always a good thing to have. Again, on 2021, they've added more heat shielding around the exhaust, around the bed, just on the tank as well, so they're really focusing on trying to keep the heat, away from the bed and away from the cab. So a really cool setup, works out really good, don't have any complaints underneath the hood back here. Bed capacity wise, I mean, this thing, like I said, the biggest thing I like about this bed is you can put a pallet of something in it. And for a lot of guys I know that have horses, cows, dog farm or dog, breeding things, anything like that, when you can let down the tailgate and slide a pallet of feed in here, or a pallet of a bunch of square bale of hay, or a pallet of fencing, or anything like that, that goes a long way, because what it allows you to do, it saves you back, especially if you're, an older person like me. You don't want to be bent over chucking a bunch of feed in here when you can go to the feed store and load it off your tractor onto this and go out to the field and do what you need to do. Really, really cool feature. I mean, I really like that. Also, inside you got metal links here to secure stuff with, so that's a really good feature. You're not trying to find something, it comes right from the factory, and it's metal anchored down to the frame, so it's going to hold anything you strap down in there. Another cool feature is the stake pockets, like on your pickup truck. These are designed to where you can put boards in here, or you can put actually a aftermarket BRP accessory that'll go right here and enclose the whole back. We've had people, trappers who use that a lot to have the headache rack with, the sides, and they'll have their traps all hung on it, and then they'll throw the animals they catch in here. Just works out really well. Duck hunters like it as well. They'll put a lot of their fake ducks on here and then throw, stuff on the inside as well. So it works out really good. So that's a good feature to have on this. Tailgate holds a 250-pound person sitting on it, so that's a really cool feature. We'll come to the back here and we'll point out the 2-inch receiver hitch is, got to have that again if you got to pull something, a trailer, a Polaris around or whatever, you got that option. As well as the high arched A-arms. They're beefy, they're tough, they're arched to give you some added ground clearance. And really, guys, we never sell an A-arm for these things. I mean, they're just tough. Sometimes on an X3 platform, you'll sell some A-arms, but on this one, we don't sell any. We don't ever have a need for it. They're just tough. They're rock solid. They're built well. We'll jump in on the inside here and go over some of the features on the inside of this one, and then that'll wrap up the video, guys. So let's check out the inside. All right, guys, sitting in the machine here, obviously, it's standard, as far as the Defender inside. It does have the really nice dash like you get on these models, which is similar to the X3, so it gives you a lot of functions. You got your little center pad here to pick out what you want to see on the dash. Really cool. You got your winch functions, headlights on this side, on, off, and high beam. Nice little storage compartment above. Put your phone, your wallet, whatever in there. Works out really well. You got your USB, or no, this one's not USB in here. This one's just for your 12-volt plug. Works out really good. A lot of things guys don't know, if Josh can get in here and get a picture, is the hiding USB port in this. So let's see if we can get a good picture of it. I get my fat finger out of the way. A lot of guys don't know that that's in there, and it's in these models. It's got a plug over it. Like I said, your phone stays down in there, and you got your charger there for your phone on your USB port. I can't tell you how many guys that don't know that's there, and you probably got one at home. If you got one at home right now, comment down below if you didn't know that was in the top of your hood here, guys, because a lot of people don't know that and miss out on that, and that's a really cool feature to have. Moving on to some other features is the nice toolbox. Again, this is standard in the XTs and ups, so it's really nice to have this. You can take and unlatch it, take it out down the trail with you or whatever you need. I don't much see that. This model does have the smart lock and diff in it. As you can see here, you get trail, mud, 2-wheel drive, or you can go straight to diff lock, and that's a great feature to have. I mean, really, that's the main key on this with the snorkels. Got to have that for sure. It also has rear diff lock, so you can unlock the rear diff to help save your yard a little traffic, a little beating and banging. So that works out really well. Another staple with the XMR is these bolstered seats. This used to be the only model you could get this in, but now they've crossed over and they got it in the XTs and the Limited and a couple other models, but this is where it started at in the XMR model. Another nice feature is the console here. Works out really good. When I would ride our demo around, I mean, to be honest with you, I'd pack my pistol here. Seemed to be pretty straight. It actually wedged down in here pretty good, not go anywhere. And then obviously I'd have my drinks here, because the ones up here, BRP tried, guys, but I will tell you, you'll drink a lot of mud if you put your cup holder up here. I mean, I've done it. So I've tasted dirt too many times with that up there. But, you know, the one here works out really well. Some more storage options on these I do like is underneath the passenger seat, it flips up so you get this box here. And here we got the owner's manual right now, but it works out really good. What we use this for a lot of times was to put like a tow rope, air compressor, and plugs and things like that. Works out really good. You always have it. It's out of your sight, out of your mind. The center one flips up. What we do a lot of these on our demo, we'll take and put some gun mounts underneath here, and then we can haul our gun if we're going, you know, deer hunting, coyotes, whatever we want to do, duck, squirrel, whatever. So that's a good spot to have there as well. And it's a really good mod. You've probably seen them out there a lot on the pages, but really good, affordable, economic thing to do. Another good thing on this is the park brake it comes with from the factory, so you can push it down and lock it over. Another option here is the park brake I really like. So you just push it down and then pull this lever up and it locks. So now it's locked in gear, so you won't be putting all that load on your transmission. If you got it in park on a hill, you can lock your brake and then put it in the park, and then when you come back in, you can start it up, pull it down into gear, and then release your park brake, and you don't get that loud pop in the transmission from where it's all loaded up and the machine's being held against your gears. So that's a really cool feature, and that's probably, you know, on, I think everything XT and up, you get that. So that's a really good standard feature. You can add it to a DPS or a base model Defender as well. It's in the accessory catalog. All in all, though, guys, that's the XMR Defender 3-seater in the Manta Green and Gray. I hope you guys liked the video. Like and subscribe down below. And like I said, leave some comments down there, guys, so we know you guys are watching and enjoying. And if you have any video ideas, let us know as well down below, and we'll try to help you guys out and get that video going.